Whoo, boy, YouTube's in trouble. What's up, you guys? So, we're going to talk about something a little serious today. In fact, it's not even a little serious, it's a lot serious. For any content creator that is watching this video, you will know what I mean when I mention these two abbreviations, FTC and COPPA. Now, for those who are out of the loop and don't know what it is I'm talking about, let me explain. So earlier this week, myself as well as every content creator on this platform received a nice little email from YouTube. Let me go ahead and read to you what it says here. So, hi MigsXL, important changes that may impact your monetization and content discoverability are coming. Ooh. Starting today, now this was sent 2 days ago, so starting 2 days ago, all creators are required to tell us if their content is made for kids in order to comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA, and or other applicable laws. Applicable. Now, depending on the amount of made for kids content on the channel, we could set it to made for kids or not made for kids or a mix of the both. I'll explain that a little bit later. So why exactly is YouTube doing this? Well, there have been a lot of changes going on with this platform, and it all happened ever since the adpocalypse. Since then, there's just been more and more problems coming in, and it's just having so many content creators and even viewers just turn away from YouTube. It's really bad, and this is only getting worse here. So what happened was that YouTube got in some really bad trouble with the Federal Trade Commission. And when I say bad trouble, I'm talking about $170 million fine kind of trouble. It's not good. The platform basically did not comply with COPPA. God knows for how long. You know, I'm not even entirely sure how long COPPA has been around. But they got charged with this $170 million charge, and that was a settlement. Can you imagine if they lost completely? I'm not even going to get into that. But so obviously, with that, YouTube had to make some changes, and this is just one of the many changes that they're going to make here. So, what is changing exactly? So starting 2 days ago, all creators are required to mark their content as made for kids or not made for kids. And starting in January, YouTube is going to limit the data that they collect on made for kids content to comply with the law. This means that they'll disable personalized ads and also turn off comments and notifications. This sucks. This is really bad. Now, I'm going to keep on saying this is really bad, and I apologize if I just sound like a broken record, but I mean, this is really bad. Now, how does this affect me personally in this channel? Not that much entirely, but it does affect it. Now, when I say not entirely, it's because when they say that made for kids channels are basically going to be limited ads, this whole channel is ad-free. This whole channel has been demonetized ever since the adpocalypse. Or was it? No, it was a year ago. A year ago, they announced a, wait, how you want to say this? They have a threshold for content creators to make money off of the platform. And meaning that you need to, you need to have at least, I think, 1,200 subscribers and a buttload of watch time minutes. Obviously, this channel doesn't have that. And I made a video a year ago explaining about like my stance on this and how that wasn't really my goal, you know. And sure, you know, I would love to have as many subscribers as I can, but if I am stuck, you know, with 323 subscribers, that's totally fine for me. I mean, I'm proud of myself for getting this far anyway, and for having these viewers come in and leaving so much support and some feedback, and it's just been all great. But considering that I have these three choices here where I have to set this channel either for made for kids or not made for kids or both, it really puts me in a pickle here, because obviously I want to reach out to as many people as possible. Doesn't matter what age range. But so let's just think about this here. If I make this channel solely just for kids, then I'm not going to get your guys' feedback. I'm not going to hear the comments. I'm not going to get the support. If I go for not made for kids, then I will lose so many of my viewers. So many. I gained so many subscribers just from the Super Mario Maker 2 series that I made some months ago. And these viewers have been very supportive. If anything, these are the only viewers that have been commenting on this channel and on my content. And I just can't do that to them. I can't do that to any of you guys. I can't just limit the content like that. Now, how serious is this? If I were to just say, yeah, it's a kid-friendly content, if the FTC, if YouTube or the FTC find out that I do have content on here that is not made for kids, even though I set my channel for kids, I will get into a lot of trouble. I'm talking about, obviously, YouTube will probably most likely terminate this channel. On top of that, YouTube had specified that the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, may come after me, as well as any other content creator that violates this law. Oh my God, that is so sucky, dude. That is so sucky. Can you imagine, you're just making content, expressing free speech, and you're not even being harmful. At least I wouldn't think so. You're just being yourself. And that was the whole point of this platform, is to express yourself. But I do know that we do need to protect our children. There are some really bad people on this platform, that kids may stumble upon, and I agree with this, and I can't blame YouTube for this either. It's just the way the world is right now. It's the law, and it's really disappointing, you guys. It really is. I can't help but I apologize for all of this that's happening. It makes me think about all the videos that I've made, which ones are actually kid-friendly and which ones aren't. Obviously, my Red Dead Redemption 2 videos are not for kids. And I'm pretty sure, and this is really sucky here, my Let's Play series for Death Stranding, which I was actually editing before I filmed this right here, I will have to set to not made for kids, because the content itself, I could be kid friendly. I've been really good actually this past year, not cursing as much, but as a gamer, if you're playing something like Death Stranding, you've got a naked Norman Reedus there, and that's not for kids. And I'm pretty sure there's more stuff in the game that is not meant for kids. But obviously content like Super Mario Maker 2, that is made for kids. So it has me thinking about the kind of changes that I'm going to make for this channel. I'm not going to exclude my younger viewers throughout the whole entire channel here. I can't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the two. I'm going to have content on here that are for kids. In the meantime, I actually have to sift through every single video that I've made here and set it to either made for kids or not made for kids. That's going to take me a long while. Everybody, and I mean everybody, is going to be affected by this, including your most favorite YouTubers out there. They're going to be affected by this. The only ones that aren't going to get affected are going to be the Hollywood channels. And I'm talking about Will Smith, every talk show host that's on here, the Ellen Show, all these other content creators, smaller content creators. they're just learning about this right now, and um, like I said, these content creators, they're making these videos for a living. And I, for one, didn't want to fall into that category just because I didn't want to invest all my time in this, because I didn't know if this platform was going to be reliable or not. Anything could happen, you guys. Anything. It's that whole tea kettle situation. It steams up, and then blows. And that's kind of feels like that's what's happening now. That's what's been happening for a long time now. And this is just going to make matters worse. So, again, I apologize for the news here. If you're just hearing about this right now, it's incredibly sad, because this used to be a platform made for everybody. And now it's just, it feels like YouTube is abandoning their creators. It really does. That being said, you guys, next video is going to be Death Stranding. If you have any suggestions of content that I could put out for you, whether you're a younger viewer or an older viewer. Now, when I say kid friendly, because I ask myself, like, well, what is the age of a kid? That's a very vague description. And so I think I researched this, and they said that children are 13 and under 13 years old. And that's only in the U.S. I think there are going to be different age restrictions in different countries, but here in the U.S., it's 13 and under. So for those younger viewers that are 13 and under, I apologize. I can't even apologize enough for what is happening here. I can't help but feel responsible, because, I've just been putting out content that I believe is just made for everybody. I haven't been harmful to anybody. And so we're stuck here. We are. And that's going to be it for today, you guys. Again, I am so sorry for the news, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Good night.